Let's start with lab number 2, implement flow of work with GitHub. And here we are going to start with exercise 1, which is about implementing and managing repositories with GitHub. Now you created a new repository in the first lab of our course. In this lab, you will start by forking an existing repository. So a fork is a repository that shares code and visibility settings within existing upstream repository. And this approach is frequently used when developing updates to the open source projects or in scenarios where write access to the upstream repository is not available. Right. So here we are going to have 8 tasks as part of this exercise. Task number 1, let's start with forking a GitHub repository. So logged into my account, okay, and that's my account. I'll just go to repository, or let's say we'll take a sample repository, spoon knife on GitHub. And here we are going to fork this repository, create a new fork page. You can name it which branch you want to add. Okay, repository name. Do we want to link it to which branch? You can see that they have added a description over here that is also only used for demonstration purposes. Copy the main branch only. Okay, so you can leave this as enabled and we can create a fork. And once you create that, your browser will be automatically redirecting you to that forked repository over here. Now this is a server side, you can say, forked repository. Okay, that's how we fork a repo. Now the second task is to configure a GitHub repository. So you go to your repository and just select on settings. Here you can see the default branch is set to as the main branch, right? Here you can see the features. Okay, in the general section, default branch, you can change the branch from here. You have the option to enable the release immutability. You can also manage code and automation from here. Okay, you can enable issues. Okay, let's say we are going to enable issues for this, and let's do some changes to the pages. And on the GitHub pages, you can see in the none entry over here, like we are going to select the main branch. And the GitHub pages will automatically publish the content of the repository to a site accessible via a URL. So let's save it and you will see the URL after it has been updated. Okay, this is the one. This is how publishing. Now if you want to see your site, you can just visit it from here. Let me refresh it once. Learn how to add a Jekyll theme to your site. You can add an option. There is an option to add it. Custom domain. Enforce HTTPS for security. So here, if I try to access my site, you can add the GitHub username over here in this URL. Okay, and okay, it says error, but Let's go to the repository again. Again, go to the settings, pages. We have updated the main as a repository, and we have also saved this information. Your GitHub pages will be automatically publishing the content of the repository to a site. It will take some time for the visit site button to be displayed. So you have to wait for a few minutes, and once it is there, we can visit the site on the URL that we will be updated over here. And we will also get to link it to an existing project. Right? So this completes our task number 2 of configuration of a GitHub repository.